So calculated columns are used basically to slice and dice, to add additional breakup of the data, to categorize grouping of the data, or to add additional information to the data. Okay. What I mean is, let us say, I'll give you an example. Okay. We'll do one thing. Let's keep it this side. So I wanted to see, let's say we have a customers table. Okay. I wanted to understand which are my premium customers versus regular customers. Let us categorize them. Let us group them based upon, I think we have 50 rows, right? That means we have 50 customers. Out of these 50 customers, there might be some customers who have ordered, they have some, pretty good orders. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly add this table and try to see. Just add this customer name and I will add total sales, right? So as you can see here now, each customer is having some specific sales, like almost this is like, so here you can see this is, I'll just, I can write a logic here basically. Okay. My logic can be, I think this is almost 3 million, right? 3 million, 2.7 million, 3.1 million, right? So I can write a logic saying that if my, if my total sales is greater than 3 million, I can say those are my premium customers. And if it is less than 3 million, I can say regular customers. Maybe I can group the customers. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to customers table. I'm going to create a new column, new calculated column, and see. I'm going to just bring in the same total sales measure that I've created so that the total sales dynamically calculates the exact value which is from each customer. If you can see, 21st Limited, this particular customer has 3.170111 million. The same thing was showing up here, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just getting the same information in terms of table. So since it's a calculated column, that particular data is now sitting along with our customers table and other columns, right? It's part of this table now. Now, based upon this, what I'm going to create is I'm going to create another new calculated column by checking directly here. Say customer grouping. Okay. We would say if sales by customer, the one which we just created, is greater than 3 million, right? If it is greater than 3 million, then I would say those are my premium customers. Anything else is, I can just say else all are my regular customers. I've just written a formula. And you can see now, wherever you see, which is greater than 3 million, that is coming as a premium customers, and less than 3 million is regular customers, right? And you can see this 21st Limited, which was premium customers, right? So what I've just done is I've created a new calculated column. Now, this calculated column will be useful for us to slice and dice. So majorly, this is how we use. We add a slicer here, and I'll just add this new grouping. So this way, your calculated column will help us to slice and dice our data. So based upon regular customers and premium customers, you can see. So just by creating this calculated column, I'm able to get the slice and dice of my data. Based upon this, I'm able to see, okay, who are my customers, premium customers. Okay. So this is how we have to create a calculated column. So this is the right way to create a calculated column. And what we have done, instead of creating the calculated column somewhere in the fact table, we have moved it to a lookup table or a dimension table, because even though it is occupying space, right? So people would say, yes, still it occupies space. But of course, your dimension table is limited, right? If you go back to our data modeling concepts, the main purpose of the dimension table was, since it's a limited table and a less growing table, it doesn't grow as the fact table grows at a faster rate, right? So that's the reason having a new column here will not impact your size or performance of the overall data model. So this is the right way of creating your calculated